do not buy Cardano. And no, there's no sneaky clickbait tag like don't buy Cardano if you don't want to get rich. In this video, I want to cover off some of the most common criticisms leveled against Cardano and my thoughts on those criticisms. These are literally the most frequently touted reasons by Cardano critics that they bring up to not buy Cardano. And before you go and hit the comment section saying, Lark, he's fudding, anger, relax. It is important as an investor to sometimes have these conversations, to look at these contrarian points of view about your investment. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're taking the contrarian point of view here, looking over some of these points that are brought up by the critics of Cardano. My name's Lark. And every day I make videos to help you make money investing. So if that is what you want to do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. By the way, if you do want to buy yourself some Cardano in spite of the video title, then I highly recommend you do that over on BINANCE. You can get Cardano and loads of other top cryptocurrencies like Polkadot and Elrond and Chainlink and on, all the good stuff over there. Use the link down below in the description to start your account and you'll get 10% off of your trading fees and up to $700 in bonuses, which are detailed on the screen just now. Okay, so let's get into this topic. These are the top reasons to not buy Cardano. The first is that Cardano is overvalued. It's worth around, give or take a few billion, $40 billion at the moment, with almost no functional applications currently built on the chain. The main use case for Cardano right now is staking. And I know, the market's always forward-looking and the current price is based off of anticipated future value. But more than that, I think if we're going to be honest here, the current price of Cardano is riding pretty high on hype versus actual demand for the token based on utility and necessity by developers and users and stuff like that. The fundamental economics that will drive demand in the future are really not there right now. And look, there's not actually anything wrong or abnormal about this. This is pretty common to see. We see it happen quite a lot at different assets where an asset's price will pump much higher than its value should be based off of where it currently is, simply on the back of strong enthusiasm from supporters and of course future trajectory predictions. And just because Cardano is overvalued right now does not mean that the price is going to go down dramatically or something like that. In fact, quite the opposite is likely to happen. The higher the market cap, the more serious of an investment it is in the eyes of many investors, making the market cap go even higher and becoming even more serious. The second reason frequently touted to not buy Cardano is that nothing is built on Cardano. Well, what of this claim? First off, it's not technically true, although it's technically close to being true, as there are actually a few things built on Cardano right now, but realistically, there is no ecosystem to speak of right now for Cardano, so this criticism is actually true. But it's also an incredibly dishonest critique of Cardano in my opinion, because it is hard to have an ecosystem when there's no smart contract functionality. It's like saying, hey man, that car you're building is really, really slow, but you still haven't actually put the engine into the car, so of course it's slow, it can't even go yet. So this is kind of something to think of when you're looking at Cardano today. It hasn't really opened the floodgates for its ecosystem. Right now, at this time, smart contracts are coming. The testnet is due in late April. Smart contracts are then scheduled to come on the mainnet around August, and assuming, of course, that there are no delays and that this timeline is kept to, and it's tech, delays can happen, but then we should see a fully functional ecosystem launching on Cardano in Q3 of this year, which is obviously very exciting. Q4, I guess if there are some delays that come in. Then if all this happens by Q1 2022, that whole nothing is being built on Cardano conversation, we don't really need to be having that anymore, because things will be built on Cardano, or at least they will be able to be built on Cardano. I think we'll have at least a few dozen applications by Q1 of next year. Charles Hoskinson has said that around 100 protocols are planning to either build on or integrate their token into Cardano, although unlike Polkadot, which has like, a dozen projects a week launching that are building on Polkadot's mainnet when it comes out in the summer, or committed to building on the mainnet when it comes out in the summer. The number of projects which have actually announced their public intentions to build for the future release on Cardano can be counted on like one hand. There's really not that many of them, which is not awesome. I would like to see developers actually committing to come and build on Cardano like they are committing to build on Polkadot right now. You see the hype of developers, the builders who are actually going to make the applications to build stuff on Polkadot is very high, not so high on Cardano, or at least they're not saying anything if it is. Because if the developers don't commit, then you won't actually get a lot of ecosystem being built out, and even have a lot of enthusiastic users. If there's no ecosystem, what are you going to do? There must be something like 200 confirmed Polkadot projects or integrations announced already. And if we talk about long-term value accrual, then you need a big and vibrant and used ecosystem. The third big criticism of Cardano is that it's too slow in its development. And it's true. Cardano is moving very, very slowly, especially for a crypto project. Some people like to point out the old rabbit and turtle parable, which could be true if it was only Cardano and Ethereum that we're speaking about here. But since Cardano launched, many other blockchains have also launched and come to life. It's not a two-horse race. There's dozens of horses. Elrond, for example, technically very robust, has a huge and confirmed ecosystem right now. It was actually launched a year after Cardano and has delivered much more in much less time. Avalanche, same story, except that Avalanche was launched in 2020. Come on. And it fulfills also some very interesting technological use cases and use cases looking at more institutional use cases that Cardano is also looking at. And lots of other examples too, beyond those two blockchains. I understand why Cardano is taking its time. They're using the peer-reviewed academic approach. They want to get things right from the get-go. They want to build the best possible blockchain. And I think that when Cardano does release smart contracts on the mainnet later this year, it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to look at that and go, it's such a beautiful blockchain. The best blockchain. It's great. It's great. But this is an incredibly fast-paced industry. And which projects will capture the most market share long-term, still very, very uncertain. Cardano does have a good chance to get a good slice of that pie, but the competition, they're smart, they're well-funded, there's a lot of them, and they're very, very hungry for market share because here is the deal. It doesn't matter how good your blockchain is unless you get people to actually use your blockchain. Now, to be fair, Cardano does have a massive and a very, very enthusiastic community, so that's a big base of users ready and willing to come in and use applications on Cardano from day one when smart contracts launch. So that shouldn't be an issue for Cardano to find users there and waiting. But the reality is that in crypto, things can change real fast, and the big names of today can be forgotten about quite quickly. That doesn't just apply to Cardano, but really to every single blockchain that you know the name of. At the end of the day, money flows are based on self-interest. Users will go where the money is. If Cardano can deliver such an ecosystem that makes people money, users will come, developers will come. I personally think that Cardano will prove the haters wrong this year and that they will deliver a powerful and interesting blockchain that will become a big part of the cryptocurrency ecosystem with all its applications and smart contracts and all this stuff. So that's, don't count Cardano out by any means. But also keep in mind that it will simply be a piece of the bigger picture of the cryptoverse. One network, many chains. Cardano will not achieve 100% market share. So they'll get their slice of the pie, though. Your question for today: do you think that Cardano is a buy right now, or do you think that another blockchain is coming up to steal the spotlight from Cardano? And if so, which blockchain is that going to be? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.